Okay, so animated snapshot. Animated snapshot's a handy thing I find for modeling. It's supposed to be an animation tool. I have no idea what I'd use it for in that case. But yeah, so if I take this guy and I'm just going to set a key on all of them, and I will then go to frame 48, move them over here, and I don't know, give them a rotation, something like that. That seems good. And so there he goes, like that. And so what I can do with the animated snapshot is, let's see, animate, some animation menu set, animate, and down to, let's see, create animated snapshot in the option box. Okay, so I got 48 frames. I'm not going to do every single frame, starting at 1. Yep, increment, let's say 8. And I hit apply. And as you see, it's modeled for me every single 8 frames. I get a duplicate of the model. So that can be very handy for a few things. The place I have found it useful for, if I delete these guys out, I'm going to pop to the side view quickly, or I guess the front view, and I'm going to snap in four lines, like so. Okay, and I'm going to turn on my layer. Here in my layer, I have a curve and a surface. I'm going to make that curve I just drew a little bit smaller. So, all right, so I have a landscape and I want to put a fence across it, or maybe some railroad tracks or something like that. And so what I'll do is I'll grab the curve and the surface. Okay, that's my fence curve. The one I just drew is not selected. We'll just double check that over in our hypergraph. Yep. Okay, so these guys are selected. I'm just going to project this curve onto that surface. So let's see, that's under surfaces, which used to be called NURB surfaces. Let's see, edit NURBs, and let's see, project curve on surface. I'm in the top view, and so it's going to project straight down for me, and I just hit apply. Okay, so you can see what that does for me. So that gives me that complex curve across my landscape. Maybe I want it a little bit bigger, so I'll scale it up a little bit. Great. Then I take this is sort of my post curve. And I'm just gonna do attach to path on this. So animate and motion paths, attach to path. Because I want these fence posts to always be perfectly vertical, I'm going to turn follow off. And yeah, I guess 360 sounds fine. Hit apply. Okay, and just take a quick look at this. Yep, okay, so now that's standing straight up. So there I have this animation of it over 360 frames. Okay, so that curve just moves along the surface. Okay, it's a stupid animation, but that's not what we're doing it for. Right tab. And so now I will go to my animated snapshot. Animate, update, snapshot, and okay. 360, and increment of, I guess, every 10 frames. I hit apply. Oops, Z. Need one more 0 there. Okay, there we go. All right, so now it has made all of these curves, for me. Great. I'm just going to select them in the hierarchy just because it's a little bit easier for me to do it that way. And then I'll just do a loft on it, and voila! As you see, I have the loft going along there, and so I have my nice little hill here. And then I could put a texture on there. I happen to have whipped one up. Let's see if I can remember my hotkey. So here I got a fence, and it's let's just zoom in on that a little bit. Yeah, and so there we have the pieces bopping along. Yeah, there's a little problem there. But yeah, so I have a fence texture in there. It's not looking great, admittedly. But you know, the idea is the important thing. Figuring out the details is relatively minor. Okay, so that's the what I found the animated snapshot useful for. I've used it for putting rivets. You know, if you have a long line of rivets to do, this works great. You know, it can get a little geometry heavy. I've also used this to do roads. Instead of having the curve standing straight up, I had it horizontal, and then I was able to build my road with no problems. All right, hope that helps. Have fun.